Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. I planted some seedlings in my gardens a few weeks ago and unfortunately they all died. I'm going to have to replant this whole garden bed again. One of the things I wanted to do before I get this done was to build a proper border around the garden so that it could deter animals from trying to get in. This would include squirrels, raccoons, skunks. So I did purchase some stakes. They are 25 garden stakes. They're about 4 feet tall. I'm going to be hammering them about 1 foot into the ground and then attaching some bird netting all the way around it. I'm going to attempt to make a door so that I could get into it. This fencing is not going to be electric right now. I want to see how this does. Maybe I can put a camera like on the tiny house facing the garden so that I can see if there are any predators that get into it at night or what's happening with the garden in general. Even with the rains, there have been heavy rains. It has just washed away like the plants that I planted in the garden. I do want to mention that I did start again about 30 different plants in my closet because all of those died. So I'm gonna give them another couple weeks before I plant them into the garden. And then another thing that happened was I planted them too soon and it had gotten a couple frosts on it. I'm gonna learn from this and plant them later next year. Unless I have a greenhouse, then maybe I can plant in there first and then transplant them out into the outside gardens. This is our garden area. As you can see, there is basically no greenery left. And if it is, the storms basically took the whole thing out and they really aren't growing anymore. Can't really see much of any of them. I think some animals got to some and it's just, they're not looking good. We are going to be getting all of this with a weed eater. All right, let's see if we could do this. I think I'm going to be putting 3 on this side. So I'll be putting, I'm going to do it right up against the walkway just because why put it out any further? I'm going to have to go in there and weed all of that anyway. So I'm just going to put 1 at each of the corners and then we are going to fill in the rest. Okay, I only put it about 10 inches down, even though I measured it at about 12 inches. That's kind of tough when it really hasn't rained. It's only sprinkled, so I thought the ground was going to be a lot wetter. My elbow hurts hammering it in. It's a harder ground. So we're just going to do it maybe up to here, about 10 inches instead of the 12. Tough shit. Okay, so we've got both of our end side's done. I put 3 on each end. Now we're going to be putting a few more in between. We'll probably measure it out according to the gardens, and then we'll be putting the door right about the middle of here. All right, I'm going to lay a few of these out in the spots where they're going to be put down. I'm thinking like a third of the garden to that way, that half walkway, a shorter one in between there. Oh my God, my arm. Well, that sucks. One of them broke. It had like a very weak spot right there. So it just broke. So maybe we could use this for the frame for the door. I'm going to grab another one. Okay, so this bird netting did come with a few landscape pins, but we're not going to be using, I mean, we can use them, but I need a lot more than this. We're going to start at the doorway over here. It's 100 feet by 7 feet. I will be linking these products in the description below in case you guys want to do this project too. So I've got these landscape pins. I'll start with these ties. I've got more ties inside. Now, I did watch a YouTube video by GIY Guy. I did look up to see how to do this, and he was using a different kind of stake. It was like a pole looking thing. I commented on his video and asked how many zip ties to use, and he said 3. Maybe we'll just go with that. His poles were a little bit bigger, but I did buy extra just in case we need them. So thank you, GIY Guy, for the tips, because I'm following them. Okay, I'm going to take the top of this, probably wrap it around like that. All right, I am noticing there is a lot of gaps in between here, so instead of just putting 3, I'm going to put more on the beginning of this because there's an entranceway in here. So I did wrap it around the pole a little bit, but there is still ways that you can get in here and snake your way in there. So the first and the last pole, I'll be doing extra zip ties just as a extra measure of safety. Okay, this one I did not wrap around, maybe a little bit, like you kind of wrap it around, but then it doesn't go all the way around, but you do get some extra holes in there that are connected to the zip ties. So these are the ones that I'm only doing 3 on because there is no possible entrance. Not bad, it's taut. You want to pull it as tight as you can. You have all this extra at the bottom. I'll figure out what to do with that in a bit. Let's keep going. Now each pull you do, you want to pull it tight so that there's not much slack in between. Okay, so I did that same thing all the way around the entire garden, and I left it open here at the door. I do have quite a bit left, and I'm going to use that for the door and then any other projects I have. But this door right here is where we're going to be building a little door that swings open, and I'm going to measure it right now, and then we're going to go into the garage, try to put together some kind of a door frame that actually opens. Right now I'm going to take those landscape pins. I brought scissors. We're going to be cutting the corners and then securing the rest of the bird netting to the ground. Okay, so I did end up building the door for the entrance. It does fit, but I don't really know how to attach it. I was looking for some hinges, but I only had big hinges. So what I might do is put bigger zip ties on this side and then just put like a clasp over here and then just swing it out or in when I need to go in or come out. That should be it. I think zip ties would work in the long run. If not, I can replace it as needed or make a new door. But I actually am really proud of myself with this one, guys. Yay! Works for me. That's pretty awesome, guys. I am so excited about this one. And then I'm going to use this ball. So that'll be like the handle. I'll just take it off. And then I'm able to go in. And this works, guys. I really like it. So I really hope that this garden fence helps keep the predators away. I am going to be taking away all of those chicken tunnels just because they don't need to be on there anymore. So we'll utilize those for something else. But again, I'm really hoping that this garden fence works because it's a lot easier to handle than having to tend to all of those plants over those tunnels. And I bet you it's going to be a disaster taking it all down because all of that bird netting is connected to each other. So It's a big mess and I am not looking forward to that. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click the notifications bell so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video, which is every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. And I will be linking the product description. Don't put that. Someone laying an egg! Ow.